Hi, today we're going to look at how to convert PDF files from a Notion form. So as you can see in the background, I have got a form 1040 opened up over here. Once the user fills in all the details in this particular form and they click on submit, the responses will come under the responses view in this database. I've already created two dummy submissions out of the particular form, and now I'm looking to create PDF files completely in automation from the responses that come up over here. For this, I'll be using a tool known as PDFOutput. This will help me create PDF documents on bulk using a Notion database and a Google document. So Google document is where you will be editing the template, and the Notion database will contain all the information that needs to be converted to PDF files. We can create anything such as reports, invoices, contracts, certificates, or even quotations that you're generating on a day-to-day basis on your business. Click on create PDF and quickly sign in, and then you will understand the remaining automation steps what we need to perform to create the PDFs. So I'm going to quickly sign in over here, and then I will showcase how to create the PDFs and automation. The first thing which we need to do is we need to add a Notion database. So this is the database which we already have, which we need to connect. After that, we need to add a document corresponding to the database which we'll be editing to create the PDFs. And finally, we can copy paste every property of the database one by one onto the document to create the PDFs and automation. So let's click on add Notion database, and I will simply copy this database title which I already have, and I will be adding the same in the selection screen. So I've already copied the title. Let me click on select pages, and I will put it inside the search pages. And now I will be able to add the database from here. Click on the particular form, and if you click on the drop down, you will be able to see the form added up over here. So do not add the form or the database by selecting these top level pages in this list, because you may not be able to add the database correctly and your experience will not be smooth. Always enter the database title inside the search pages and then add it. Okay. If your form or the database is connected with other databases through relation properties, let's say the form 1040 is connected to database A and database B through relation properties, you can add database A and database B over here to be able to create the PDF with all the relation and roller values intact. Okay. So let's click on allow access, and now we will get access to the particular database which we are going to convert to PDF files. If you click on the drop down, you should be able to see the database appear over here. If it is not appearing, simply click on reload database, and it should definitely show the database over here, and you will be able to see the database and create the PDFs. If it is not appearing, simply try reloading it once or twice. The database will definitely appear and you will be able to process the PDFs correctly. So let's wait for a few seconds as it is going to do the same, and let me try reloading it once again, and I should be able to see the database appear correctly. So you can see the form 1040 is already visible. If you scroll down, you should be able to see all the properties of the particular database appear over here, which we can use to create the PDFs. It's time to add the document. So click on add Google document. If you already have a template file for from 1040, you can go with an existing document and choose the template file from the database that appears over here. I do not have any such document available, so what I'll do is I will instead go with a demo document, and this will create me a new document which I will be using for this demonstration. Okay, so let me remove this text which I do not need, as this is not required, and it has automatically added all the placeholders for me which I can use for the automation. So we have all the fields that you can see over here are automatically added one after the other, and what it will do is when you will create the PDFs, it will automatically replace these fields with the values from the database, and it will generate the PDF file for us. Okay, so let us understand how that will work. But before that, if you want to manually add any properties of the database onto the document, so let's say I want to add filing status, click on copy, and you can simply go to the document and use Control V or Command V. You can automatically paste it. Okay, so you can simply copy paste every property onto the document wherever you want to have it, and you can simply map the properties onto the document. I don't need to do that, as everything is automatically mapped for me, as I do not need to do it once again. But what I need to do is I need to define the PDF file name. Okay, so if you go to the database, you can select any column from this particular database to define as your PDF file. Okay, so I will select received by field. So once I mark received by over here, all my PDF file will be named as per this particular column that we have over here. Okay, so everything is all set. Click on download PDF, and it should start downloading the PDF right inside this database. You will notice that it has these two additional columns, generate PDF and PDF file. If any record is marked as ready to generate, the PDF will be created for those specific records, and it will be stored inside this PDF file section. So you can see it has created one completed record, and the other record is also in progress. So we have got two records that has been created over here. It also saves the PDF in the downloads folder, which you can view later on. If I click open on any of these records, you will be able to see the PDF file with all the mappings already done. So every field has automatically been mapped as per the requirement. Okay. If you click on the second PDF, that has also been created with the desired mappings. So we just created two documents, one after the other, with all the mappings correctly in place. Okay. If you want to automate this process, what you can do is simply click on Setup Notion Automation, and this automation now will execute every time whenever a new record will appear. So if once a user clicks on Submit and a new response appears over here in the database, it will automatically be converted to PDF file right inside this PDF file column. Okay, so this makes the automation really easy to run, as everything happens live inside the database. And this means you do not need to use PDF output ever again to create the PDFs, as everything happens live inside the database and the PDFs are directly created in the PDF file column. Okay, so I hope this explanation was clear to you and you have understood how the automation works. Make advantage of this setup PDF Notion automation, as once you click on that, every time a new response comes up, simply mark it as ready to generate and the PDF will automatically start creating over here in the PDF file column. If you still have any questions left, go to the chat bubble at the bottom of the screen, send me a message with your queries on this. I'll be able to address the same as soon as I see it. Otherwise, you can go to the contact section at the bottom of the home page, where you can send me an email with whatever issues you are having. I'll be able to address the same as well. You even have an option to book a free demo session where I can guide